break down some alcohol facts for you guys. A lot of you guys heard me get on my soapbox about alcohol. Some of you haven't, so unfortunately I'm going to refresh you guys a little bit on it. Especially when it comes to a challenge. When we're trying to dive in and really be precise for these 6 weeks, we've got to be very, very cautious with alcohol. So with alcohol, what I see a lot of people doing, it's very, very common, is you watch the calories of whatever drink you're taking. So people drink, I'm drinking Michelob Ultra, or I'm drinking vodka waters. It's a way better choice than, drinking a Budweiser or drinking a rum and Coke. To an extent, yes, we got to be cautious of the calories that we bring in, but it's really the amount of alcohol in a drink that affects you. And I'll break it down a little bit. Alcohol is technically a poison. That's why our liver filters part of it. It wants to push, our body wants to push that back out of our system as fast as possible. So the problem we have is whether we have a beer, whether we have a vodka tonic, the body stops fat metabolism to sit there and get rid of the alcohol that's been put into your system. Now, again, if you're having 1 to 2 drinks a week, it may not affect you as much. If you sit there and have a weekend where you have 6, 7, 8, 9 drinks, you're really going to see it the next 2, 3, 4, 5 days, because the body is recalibrating, doing what it can to get rid of that poison that just entered its body, and then try to go back to fat burning. So it's not so much when you look at a beer that may be 100 calories, but it's 4% alcohol. People be like, I'll have a vodka water instead. A vodka water is only 40 calories. I can get more of these in for the same amount of calories. Yes, from a caloric standpoint, you can. But a higher alcohol content is actually going to stop your body from burning fat longer than the technical beer would. Now, I'm not saying pick a beer over a vodka water or vice versa. For me, if I'm going to have one drink or sit down and have a drink, I'm going to drink what I want to drink, and I'll do what I can to work that off. And just suffer the consequences because I'm having that for an enjoyment to live life. If you're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8 of them, kind of the same concept. Pay the piper after you had it, get your hand slapped, and move on and move forward. It's part of the process. It's part of life. But again, some of you may see the scale completely stall out as we're just post Cinco de Mayo. May see it stall out after a big drinking weekend. Well, again, the body is completely halted. The fat metabolism to get rid of all that, and then it takes a while to get that back up and running because the body has to shift gears. So something just to think about as we have alcohol. I'm not saying don't have it. I'm just being cautious of it and what it truly does, especially when we're trying to get very, very dialed in for 6 weeks. I would recommend, minimum 1 to 2 drinks a week. Ideally 0 is going to be when you feel the best, it works the best, because again, I'm an all or nothing guy. There's no really point in me having a drink. If I have a drink, I'm going to have 6 or 7 of them, because that's the whole purpose of it. But that's why I typically don't drink at all throughout the week, or just multiple times throughout the year. I barely even drink because of that. So with that, something to think about as we have those weekend drinks, as we have those nightcap drinks. Think about it. Is it worth it? Can you fit it into your lifestyle? Is it keeping you from getting the progress you want after we've gone through this 3-week span? So something just to think about, unfortunately, when we get through that. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but just wanted to bring a little reality to what this can actually do to you and hinder your performance and results.